Hello.
They probably should have took this app away when they had the chance, because the Chinese manufacturers just hit them folks with the Uno reverse. And right now, the Chinese manufacturers are the best content on TikTok. They said, oh, tariffs, you say? Oh, okay. American people, y'all said y'all like New Balance, Adidas, Nike, bet. Oh, yeah, the manufacturer is such and such, located at such and such in Guangzhou. They do shipping within this time, and here are the products. I've seen the manufacturers for every brand anybody could possibly think of, from shoes and apparel to beauty products. One of the Chinese manufacturers said, oh yeah, you know how you pay such and such $100 for Chanel beauty products? Well, we only make them for $10. Listen, I don't know how this tariff thing is going to play out, but the way that the Chinese manufacturers are playing their hand, absolutely well done. 10s across the board. I told y'all in the years that I lived in China, I got everything under the sun because everything is pretty much made there. So to see people learning about the actual quality that's in China, because not everything is made cheaply, and learning about websites like Taobao, y'all better get to getting while the getting is good.
What up, guys? Nobody know, but look, hey, I need y'all to be real patient with me, okay? I really want to put y'all on some shit that like truly changed my life. Honestly, I was a little hesitant to come on this bit because I'm a little high and shit, but fuck it, nigga, we're gonna full send it bit. But look, hey, look, fam, this shit changed my life, dog. So look, I started seeing a psychiatrist maybe a couple of years ago, okay? And I finally started letting down my guard like recently, you feel me? I ain't gonna say the psychiatrist in general, but the shit she put me on, you feel me? But yeah, dog, so I'm like really into like Socrates, you feel me? So, you know, you got the modern Western philosophers. You got Socrates. Socrates is the person who taught Plato. Plato is the person who created the academy, okay, you know, in which the schools that we go to. Then Plato was the person who taught Aristotle, okay? Then Aristotle was the person that taught the most powerful, most dominant nigga that ever walked this planet, Alexander the Great. And you know what kind of mind it takes for a nigga to take over the world? So I'm like, man, I didn't tap into this shit. Like, where did they learn this shit from? So anyhow, Socrates got a quote that says, first of all, Socrates always say, I know nothing, okay? And his thing is, the more that you learn, the more that you know, the more you realize you know shit at all. You feel me? Once again, the more that you know, the more you realize you know shit at all. Every time you educate yourself, I ain't saying going to school and shit, dog. Every time you educate yourself on some shit, nigga, the world opens up, it expands. But the quote that really fucked me up was this quote right here, and it's employ your time by investing into other men's writings, so you may gain easily what others have labored and suffered a lifetime for. Once again, employ your time by investing into other men's writings, so you may gain easily what others have labored and suffered a lifetime for. Dog, by educating ourselves, by studying history, science, political science, financial literacy, by studying shit, dog. That's the fucking shortcut, dog. That's the shortcut. By educating ourselves in any kind of way, that's the fucking shortcut. Like, man, nigga, I've always known how to make money, but I ain't know shit about financial literacy to maybe 6 months ago. The shit changed my life. Even when it comes to letting my guard down and talking to a fucking psychiatrist about philosophy and my way of thinking and me learning empathy, shit changed my life, dog. So yeah, man, I want to encourage y'all, my nigga, look, you yourself is a walking empire, nigga. You are a walking empire. If you gonna do anything with this life of yours, it's gonna be because of this shit right here. And this right here. So invest into this shit every day. YouTube University, nigga. Books. Whatever, nigga. Whatever you gotta do to learn, you feel me, my nigga? The shit will change your life. It's so many different history, political science, financial literacy. Financial literacy, that's the shit. Y'all niggas tell me y'all get some money, nigga. Hey, go read the financial literacy book, Think and Grow Rich. Okay, Napoleon Hill.
A liar, a liar. Forget that. Forget what the KMF thing that said Brian is. I know God got my back. I know God got my back. But if you just found out your whole life been a lie, then you would understand. And I've been holding back for years about who he really is. And I knew it. I knew this. I felt it in my heart. Before I just got some more news, I just messaged him. Like, I feel in my soul that we've been doing this the whole time we've been married. Sure enough, this man, I knew how he was deceiving nations, that he was deceiving me. Ain't no way you out here deceiving nations and you ain't the same way at home and you're not deceiving me. I knew it. Bruh, this man been sleeping with me for years. And the same woman that I just found out about, they've been sleeping together for years, all the way up until last weekend when I asked him before he left. This last weekend, is there something you need to tell me? Because I felt it. And I said, well, I'm going to go pray. I'm going to go pray about it. And God's going to show me. And sure enough, here we are.
I am in my local dealers, and y'all can remove these alarms off these bags because China has exposed y'all, and these bags aren't worth $800, $900. Everybody know that they are worth $2. So y'all might as well take the alarm off and mark them down and stop trying to scam folks.
Just know that he ain't stopping no show. That's all I'm saying. The grants are still out there. Matter of fact, the Trump administration is giving every adult in America $18,000. That's $18K. Yeah. Nothing to do with the freeze. The money's still out there. You just got to apply. And people ain't applying, so there's plenty of money out there. Where you go? Findhelp.org. Go to findhelp.org. It's still there. And let you know about the program the Trump administration has is giving every adult $18K. Every adult in America can get it. All you got to do is be what? An adult.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying, don't let the media fool you from getting your money. Hey, it's still out there. These programs is out there. Hey, they still available. Hey, and hey, if you apply and they say no, what happened? You still in the same position you was in now. You ain't lost nothing. So, hey, it don't hurt to take a try. That's all I'm saying. But, yeah, don't let the media scare y'all, people. It's still out there. The money is still available. Like I said, that right there, program I'm talking about, the Trump administration is giving $18K to every adult. You can go to findhelp.org and find out about that program. Man.
So earlier I asked two questions. First question was, why did they nail Jesus to the cross? Second question was, who nailed him to the cross? The reason why I asked those two questions is because if you knew the answer, you wouldn't go to church. Not because you want to be satanic or anything. You just know that it disrespects everything that Jesus stood for. For one, Jesus did not die for your sins. He died trying to show you that the church was worshiping Satan and that the whole empire just farming you around like an animal. He died trying to show everybody that you are not followers, you're leaders. Jesus was not trying to create followers. He was trying to create leaders. Jesus died trying to show everybody that all of you can do what you see me do. You see me making miracles. You see me bringing people back from the dead. You see me healing the sick. All of you can do greater things than me. The church didn't like that. See, the church wanted you to believe that them type of miracles only come from our Creator. False. Our Creator blessed us with those miracles, with those powers. Jesus was killed by the church. The Pope put the hit on his head. Yeah, it was the Pope who said, I want that boy gone. Then they went and rewrote the Bible. See, the reason why you don't know this is because you're reading their version of the Bible. You're reading the Pope version. You think they're going to tell you the truth? You think they're going to tell you the same thing Jesus was trying to tell you? Jesus was going around telling people you don't need a church because your body, the temple of Christ, is the church. And the Pope didn't like that. The church didn't like that. That whole empire didn't like that. Because now who gonna bow down to them? Who gonna get their 10% to them now? And he all is going to church to try to worship Jesus. Totally backwards. Just totally backwards. Just totally against what that man died for. Jesus didn't go to church, nor was he Christian. So there it is. He died trying to show everybody that everybody is just like him with the same abilities, and he was killed by the church. He was killed by the Pope. Take that and do what you want to do with it. I'm not here to force you to change your mind. I'm not here to force you to believe anything different. I would say hit that follow button, but follow me on IG. I might do a follow-up on this video because I know it's going to be a lot of people disagreeing, and I ain't here to argue with you, but like I say, follow me on IG. We're going to keep it going. Ashe. I'm going to take
your souls. We have the power. We decide what's hot. If we don't go, nobody goes. If we don't support, nobody supports. We control what's cool. We control what's hot. We control what your kids listen to, what they dance to. We control what's in video games. We control how they wear their pants, sag their pants. We control everything. I'm going to take your souls.
When the Drake and Kendrick dynamic was playing out, another thing that I really rejected was, here you have someone who is dedicating their life to helping to unpack Black trauma. That's the way I see it in their music. Mm-hmm. And then you have someone else who grew up in complete privilege who is making fun of that. And I take a lot of offense to that. I took a lot of offense to the way that Drake treated Los Angeles. This is one of the most resilient places on earth. And I get it. A lot of people see the glitz and the glams and they move here for opportunity. But if you are a native, you have reverence for Los Angeles, for what it takes to grow up here and to be here, and for the kind of creativity that people that are from where Kendrick is from, what they're able to produce with nothing, you know? So it's like watching that dynamic play out outside of songs, outside of skill set, outside of friendship. It was like, this is wrong. Like, this is not okay. Like, you don't get to play this game where you get to come down to the hood and have fun when you want to, and then disappear and make fun of the experience. And that's what it felt like. It felt like coming down to try to be down, whether it's here or Atlanta or anywhere else. And then, you know, you're adopting these certain kind of code switches to be in the room. And then you disappear and you make fun of all of it because you didn't have to grow up in that way, right? Because you got to watch it on TV in Canada in your safe home, and you got to make music for pleasure, not for survival. And so I just really rejected that completely. I rejected absolutely everything he said about Kendrick in his songs and all of the mistruths. Like, there, you know, and I think we don't champion consistent integrity enough.
I just watched a video that said, once a child has become an adult, parents no longer get to be the parent that they want to be to their child. They must be the parent that their child wants them to be to them. So let's talk about it. Most children are going no contact with their parents today for the simple fact that a lot of parents to gaslight their children into forgetting about how they were treated as a child. The podcast I just watched just said what was a regular Tuesday for you ended up being a day that I can never forget as a young adult. And it's the same day that I got to go to a therapist and speak about just to heal from. So what wasn't big to you because that was normal in your parenting routine became a trauma for me that I have to heal from as old. So simply put in my words, in today's time, the relationship has gone no contact. It's just a climax to a story of a narrative that parents created. Because again, remember, for some children, you were never allowed to speak up and to hold adults accountable for the things that they did wrong because that was deemed disrespectful. So you grew up to navigate through life being walked over, being mistreated, and being abused because those are the same patterns and the same things that were happening to you as a child. Just by people who had no accountability. Let me know what y'all think.
I'm tired of my fears, holding myself back, self-sabotage. And I really had to look at myself in the mirror and be like, look at you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If this is what you're calling yourself, if this is what you're saying that you want to do, if God and the universe are presenting these opportunities to you, then you need to go forward with it, regardless of how you feel, regardless of any distractions that you're creating in your own damn mind.
Whatever doubts you got.
Exactly. Like, just do it.
Yeah. And why
Come
not?
on, right?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.